Welcome, Libra, to In-Depth Weekly Astrology Overview and Zodiac Forecast for week commencing the 4th of May for the Ascendant, the Sun, or the Moon. Going to share the big themes of the week ahead first, then on screen, your adventure on Monday. Always provides an influential backdrop. I'll then go through each of the influences frame by frame to give you a clear picture of what you can expect by the end of the video, Libra, in terms of your energy, work, relationships, and finances. I'm astrologer Patrick Arundell. A very warm welcome. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, please do so now to help it to continue to thrive. But please also click or tap the bell notification symbol. How did you find the full moon in the sign of Scorpio? Very intense. But for you, the second house of everyday money was the sun in the eighth house of longer term financial planning, anything to do with business and the money you share. But intersecting that position was Pluto, which could have created even more intensity, but particularly around what you've been attached to. But also at the end of last week, Mercury, the planet of communication, moved into Taurus, where it can use its detailed skills to pick open any unfinished business from that lunation. But also, as we go into this week, your ruler Venus is forging a fab link to Saturn, and Mars is in a very strong link with Jupiter, which can be great for your relationships and also for your financial and business hopes, respectively. So, on the screen is your event chart, and the moon has now moved at the start of the week into the free spirited sign of Sagittarius, which can be jollier, but it's also in an opposition with Venus at the start of this week. So more warmth, more uplift for sure after the intensity. But what we do have is Jupiter high in the sky, and that's your sector of success right through to the end of June. And I can assure you, through the first half of June, something you've really aspired to for a very long time can be within your reach. But this is a month when you may need to just work your way through some quite deep issues. And Mercury moving into Taurus, as last week came to a close, is the first of those to augment the position of the Sun. We have a new moon on the 16th, and then Mars moves into Taurus on the 18th. And that eighth house is quite complex. It can be what we desire, but it can also be what we need to let go of that's not really good for us. So if something around detachment came up on that full moon, Mercury may be asking you to think about that, but by the middle of the week, it does forge itself a square with Pluto. So if there is any outstanding discussions from the full moon, you will have them at the heart of the week. But I mentioned about Venus and Saturn. So if you are aligning with someone and you're enjoying it, Saturn's exact sextile with Venus at the start of this week is encouraging. Mars in that seventh house suggests when it comes to your professional relationships, your ability to take the initiative, but also be clear about what you won't do, could be something that really and creates a sense of respect. But by Thursday, Pluto goes into a retrograde. So over the next 5 months, if you're not content around your love life or what you're doing creatively, Pluto's going to ask you to review very deeply, and it may mean letting go of certain things that may be dear to you, but may not be feeding your soul in the right kind of way. I'm going to review those four areas of work: energy, relationships, and finances next, Libra. But just to say, I've slashed the price of my personal horoscopes. You now order your life roadmap report, which helps us to understand the patterns that are played out in our lives that much better and how to work with them future forwards. But free, you get your 12 months transit forecast and your draconic karmic chart. Very, very powerful. Why? Because I'm so passionate about astrology. I've been doing this 30 years. I really do feel that natal astrology helps to open us up to so much more insight into steer our journey better. And I'd love you to take advantage of that. If you've yet to watch your May monthly forecast, that's on the screen. Your Pluto 5 month deep dive retrograde forecast on the screen. If you'd like to work with me directly, please see my testimonials below. If you've yet to take advantage of your free daily written horoscope, fire to your device each morning for your early day celestial pit stop, please see that below too. So, to summarize, if you're clear about what you want to achieve in terms of your career and the people you're collaborating with respect and appreciate you, your drive can take you nearer to your objective. Romantically, again, if you're aligning with someone where there's mutual respect, that can be enhanced. If there is uncertainty about the ins and outgoings around your finances, however, there may be more discussions to be had with Mercury square to Pluto at the heart of this week. And then, as far as Pluto going retrograde on Thursday, if you're not feeling it around your love life or showcasing your talent, the next 5 months gives you an awesome opportunity to review. It's been a pleasure being with you. Thank you so much for joining me. All the best and have a great week, and look forward to seeing you again soon.